Morning guys, what is going on? So I did actually film this last night on my good camera. I went to edit this morning. There was no audio because I mustn't have had one of my mics on. So I'm just doing a bit of a quick one here this morning. So some of you may know that I made 400 kilowatt on the Aeroflow turbo, but for me that's just not enough. So I built the motor to do more power and make more power than that. So I decided to sell off the Aeroflow turbo. It's still a fantastic turbo. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. When I pulled it off, everything looked great. Everything looked brand new. Obviously it would be because it hadn't been on there that long at all. But there was no sign of any sort of damage or anything like that. No shaft plate at all. So pulled that off, sold that really quickly. Just sold it cheap at a good price just to move it. Because I already had this new turbo lined up. So I was talking to the guys at Force Fed Motorsport. They recommended me to get a gtx3584rs Gen 2, the equivalent of, that's the equivalent in the Pulsar range of turbos. So that's what they deal with. Force Fed Motorsport, they did a really good deal for me, semi sort of sponsorship thing, no shipping and a really good price on the turbos. I've got that, so we have the new Pulsar turbo here. It is the 10 blade billet compressor wheel, and then it has the 9 blade rear wheel. So I wanted to stay internally gated for now. This has got the 42mm flapper and a 38mm flapper hole. What we will probably do is just grind that out a little bit and neaten it up, make it the hole a little bit larger, and then also on the inside there just round off all the squared porting that's in there. So with these Chinese turbos you do get a fair bit of square porting going on, but you can fix that up with a die grinder. So this will bolt up to a standard 5-bolt dump or your 4-inch dump pipes that fit the standard sort of turbos. So that's why I got this, because I just wanted a quick easy way to sort of bolt on a new turbo and make some good power. So T3, 14 PSI billet actuator. I'll probably pull this off and put a 12 PSI Garrett actuator on it, I think. 4-inch anti-surge inlet. But yeah, the overall quality of these turbos themselves seem awesome. So like I said, these are spec'd exactly like identical to the GTX, to the Garrett GTX3584. So this one is a bit bigger than my old one, so that it's got the 84 rear rather than the 82, so it should help make a bit more horsepower. It won't spool as quick as the 82, but it will still, you know, get up there and boogie, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'm super happy with this turbo. I love that there's no riding on the front housing here, it just looks clean. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is a Chinese turbo, and I know that, but for the price that I got this, I could get, you know, it would, you know, I could buy 4 of these for the price of the Garrett equivalent. Not saying there's anything wrong with Garrett or anything like that, or I'm cheap, I just don't want to spend that money right now. Next year or the year after, I'll probably go a G Series 42 on a high mount, you know, all that other stuff. But right now, this should get me through what I need to get done. I just want to make that 500 kilowatt is what I set my goal at and what I built the motor for, and did everything else around that power figure. Apart from the box, obviously it's not going to probably hold up to that. All the machining and stuff on this is really nice. So like, it's machined really well, all oil coated, stop any rust and stuff like that. But yeah, that's about it for this. So it is dual ball bearing. Yeah, pretty much a GTX, or pretty much a Garrett, unbranded Garrett, Chinese Garrett really. See how we go and what power we make. I booked it in for the 26th of this month to get it tuned, and hopefully we'll make that, you know, 500 kilowatt or close to. The porting done this morning. I'm gonna port that flapper hole a bit and clean up the sharp edging on the inside, just to make the air flow through everything better. So, all right guys, I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on how I'm going and where we're at. But yeah, thanks guys.